What I love about working for Valen is their commitment to sustainability, all the way from the top, all the way to our folks working in the field. There's a commitment not only with our people to be able to deliver the right product at the right time, but also to innovate and do the hard work necessary to really bring products to the market that can support these practices that growers are needing to do so they have the longevity into the future.
From a young age, my dad had always taught me the importance of conservation and protecting the soil and the resources that we have and trying to be as efficient and the most productive that we can. And when I moved back, my dad was starting to implement some conservation practices. He'd been big on terraces and tile and those types of things, but was just starting to dabble in the no-till just a little bit. So as I and my brother moved back, we made it a priority to try to implement more no-till. We got involved with cover crops. Through our interest in that, Addie and I got involved with the Soil Health Partnership several years ago, which has led us to be involved with some strip trials of cover crops, trying to compare what happens in the soil when you have those cover crops grown year in, year out versus areas where you don't grow those cover crops, and what's the differences between the two?
Two things really make the big difference on cover crops. One is the mulch that you create with it, and the second is the root exudates. The root exudates are really where you get your soil organic matter, and no matter what's wrong with your soil, you fix it with organic matter, and that comes from root exudates. And so you need to have a growing root in your soil at all times. And then you have the mulch. The mulch is what gives you your good moisture efficiency on your plant.
As we know, farming is stressful, and Valen has a tremendous amount of products that can help that farmer manage that stress, especially as they change practices to become more sustainable, to create more conservation practices on their farm. And products like our Fierce family of products, putting those on at the right rate, at the right time, can really help that farmer do a better job as they're raising their crop.
I think the equipment and the technology are what actually enables us to do the operation that we have today. You know, covers are not new. People have used cover crops for many years in the past, but they haven't always had some of the equipment, the no-till planters set up the way that we do today. All the nutrients that we can put on with a planter today allow us to handle that challenging situation. The ability to come in season and add foliars and in season and manage the pests and the weeds are better today through both the chemistries that we have, but also through the equipment.